From this particular law, let's move to education, where students of Mawuko Girls Senior High School have raised concerns over the quality of food they are served under the free SHS feeding program. Some of the concerns the students raise include the lack of balanced diet, repeated type of meal, and weevil-infested food, amongst others. The reaction are coming at the back of the release of the trailer of the latest Joy News investigative piece titled Empty Plate, the free SHS Promise, which reveals an acute shortage of food or some food items in many senior high schools across the country. We'll hear from the students shortly, but first, here are excerpts of the investigative report.
Sometimes they'll give you gari, don't give you beans. They'll give you beans, they don't give you the gari. So a school that is not having even 900 students is supposed to have 3 bags a day to feed 900 students.
Every night, these children go to bed burdened with thoughts about what they will eat when they wake up to a new day.
It's all about the quantity, and the jollof too quantity, very small. And then the amount of sauce they serve per table, they are sitting on the table. Very small, very small. Some people don't even get this at times.
It is no fault of theirs that the government that promised their parents free education is unable to provide enough food to feed their youthful appetites.
And sometimes kinky. The kinky they give us stew or sugar with no fish.
Empty Plate, the free SHS Promise. Coming soon on Joy News.
We can now listen to Mawuko Girls student who said they are fed weevil-infested food, among several other concerns.
The food we eat, because something counts your blessing, and the count your blessing is okay. The way it is not good at all, and we have something gas and rice. The way the rice is not nice at all. It's not nice.
They claim they give you guys 3 square meal every day. Do you get it? 3 meals?
Yes.
Morning, afternoon, evening.
Yes.
You get that?
Yes.
Do you get a balanced diet of the food?
We don't have fish, egg, nothing. Nothing like protein inside. Only flour mixed with oil. Nothing. We don't get breakfast. Breakfast is not good. We don't have anything like nothing. There's no sugar, milk, nothing is packed.
Oh, okay.
So the meal is not balanced.
So you have to bring your sugar?
Yes, you need to bring your sugar to the dining room.
And your milk and your bread?
Yes.
Bread too?
Sometimes they give us bread, yes. But sometimes we eat stones, and things in the food. And sometimes the food
is it a balanced diet?
It's balanced diet. Sometimes you can be eating banku for a month. Yes, afternoon and evening, every day. Afternoon, evening. For the past 3 weeks, I've been eating rice till now. Yes, rice.
Really?
Just rice without nothing.
Rice and gas.
Just rice?
Yeah, rice and gas. The gas is mixture of, will I say?
Do you get fish or meat or something?
Nothing like
egg? No protein?
Nothing.
And then the porridge they give us too, like no milk. Sometimes the milk one thing they'll have to share it with 10 pantries. One thing they'll pour it like a drop. What 10 pantries? Then the beans they provide your own gari. And the beans too, like lazy.
Sometimes you get to the hall, they'll tell you there's no food, so go and depend on your child's food.
Now, some parents have also weighed into the discussion, unleashing their anger at the Ministry of Education, expressing anger over the development as they demand an immediate action to rectify the situation.
Every week you have to send food to your children, and you have to find a teacher or somebody who lives in the school to cook for your child at your own expense. And they are sitting here telling us what? You look at the children when they come back from school, how lean they have grown. It's like we are punishing them just because of politics.
When media bring out a report, you are coming out that you have gone to do investigation. In which school? We pay so much money in feeding our children every day.
Every week, I have to send him close to 100 CDs to supplement the food he takes from the dining hall. And they tell you that you are told to come with your own bread and sugar and sometimes milk. The situation is very bad.
What is the essence of this free education?
Which school is your child in?
Mawuko Girls.
What's the situation there?
Very bad. Look, if you ask her now, she can't
can't go to toilet because there's no balanced diet.
But I think there's no perfect sense in this word. And I think we have to slow down a bit for the government because all over the world there's no perfect system.
And there are teachers in the campus of schools who are taking advantage of this and they are cooking what the children call illegal food. So if somebody sits here in Accra and tell you that the children are being fed well, I think it is so crazy that they shouldn't get us annoying.
Now, even before the airing of the expose, government has already been busy touring some schools across the country to ascertain the severity of the situation. Now, reacting to some of the concerns, spokesperson at the Ministry of Education, Kwesi Kwarteng, insists the ministry has sufficiently provided for the feeding of the schools under the free SHS policy. He, however, adds that the ministry is willing to address any challenges. Now, I have been joined here by the channel manager for Joy News, Kweku also Pepra, as for more on this particular documentary. So first, how far reaching is this investigation to the complaint we've had over the feeding challenges?
We went to everywhere that matters. We went to many schools. We went to all the 16 regions of this republic. Now, we visited so many schools to the point of saturation. And saturation here means, and as for many that have done research, you will know that the point of saturation is where the evidence you are gathering begins to repeat itself and to duplicate and replicate and triplicate. So at that point, then you stop. And you realize that you have achieved or gathered enough evidence to support the hypothesis you have built. Mind you, this is public interest journalism. And so you must do it such that the powers that be that would want to push back will struggle to do so. And that's what we have done. That is why there's a struggle to push back this incontrovertible evidence about the story. Forget not that for every child in a school who is hungry, there's a parent.
Sure.
There are uncles. There are brothers and sisters. And so for every child, you can snowball the concerns to an entire family who are all living, breathing witnesses of what is happening. So it's far-reaching, it's deep, it's detailed, and it's compelling.
Interesting. So what are the highlights of some of the evidence that you've gathered so far? Okay,
let me just share one with you. Case in point, investigator goes into a school and you find a dining hall prefect who now stands before the peers and says to them, look, colleagues, headmaster has had to travel to Accra. And the food that is available in our dining in the pantry is only gari and beans.
Wow.
So from now till the end of the term, we would all have to depend on gobe throughout. Let us pray that the headmaster would find favor. I'm just trying to paraphrase. And bring some food when he returns.
So they can change a meal.
Yes. And if you examine the video, you find children sitting there sadly listening to this announcement. And so that's for me, reviewing the videos and going into it and editing and previewing every time, something that stays with me so much. So if you ask for a highlight, that's a classic case of a highlight.
Interesting. So when are we going to finally air this documentary? I believe the public is eager to know when.
We'll air soon, very soon. One of the reasons I enjoy the delay, is it a delay? The wait, is that for every day we wait, government is sending more food to the schools. Their reactions are very important and it's good. For every day that passes as we wait to play this documentary, the children are, their reaction, you find it, that they are going to the schools and eating with them. And
so we are getting some results, even as we are yet.
This is public interest journalism. We want to get results. And the result is that the matter must be fixed as soon as possible. That national review, that discussions that is being had about free SHS. This is one classic case of evidence that shows that we all want an improvement in the system, and it
we
has
are
to be
getting
done
there.
right now. And it requires journalism like this one that is fearless, independent, and credible to bring truth to power and mirror society back to itself. That's what we've done.
We're grateful. We'll leave it here. All right.